everyone. Welcome back to Happily Booked, the bookcast where two kindred spirits believe that the pursuit of happiness is the same thing as reading a good book and being able to talk about it. We're your hostesses, Brooke and
Beck.
And here we are. I have a quote. Don't worry. I know everybody's concerned. I'm concerned. I keep forgetting about it. That I owe Becky. I think I just owe you one more, right? This is
the second one, yeah.
Okay, so this is it. This is the one I owe. And obviously you don't need to guess what it's from. So I'm just gonna say it. This is from The Living Dead. I just thought it's one sentence, really short. It says, God put animals here to judge us on how we treat them. And I just thought, yeah. Yeah, I did.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I really like that. And there's a whole, I don't know what situation it is. I don't think it's an actual situation with an animal, but it was really good. I like that quote.
My dad always said, and of course I wasn't alive when Mahatma Gandhi was alive, but my dad always said that Mahatma Gandhi was famous for saying that you can always tell what kind of a person someone is by how they treat their animals.
Yeah.
Truly. And my dad is a big believer in treating your animals well, you know?
Yeah. No, it's true, because animals are so innocent. You know, like domesticated animal pets.
Yes.
You know, obviously, like I'm not going to be like, oh, don't hurt the lion that's attacking me and ripping my leg off. I was watching, it's on Snapchat. It's, if you slide over, there's a section where it's sort of like your news feed on Instagram or Facebook, where you can just endlessly find videos.
Yeah.
I know everybody else knows about this. I just know you don't frequent Snapchat. But I clicked on one of the things I subscribed to, and I don't remember which one it was. But I was just watching. I think it was an animal video, I think. It was like caught on camera before things go wrong. And I was just watching a bunch of random videos. There was like car accident videos, which freaked me out so bad. And then like a surfer was on a tsunami, which... Oh. Don't get me started on tsunamis.
Don't try that at home.
Those freak me out. We live in the middle of Georgia. I don't think we're gonna get a tsunami, but still scary.
It would have to be a major tsunami.
It'd have to be pretty bad. That would be severely concerning.
Yeah.
And I was one. It was like a whole family went to the zoo. Or something. I guess it was the zoo, because it was a lion in a cage in a zoo-like area, but like there was no glass. It was just a cage that you could just walk up to. And the guy like had his fingers in the cage with the lion, and then the lion like grabbed his finger, and he was like struggling to pull his hand away from the lion. And the person recording like pans over, and all these people are just standing there recording. I'm like, help the guy! Bang on the cage, yell at the lion, do something, help him! Like he's about to lose his fingers, and y'all are all just standing there. That
is how obsessed people are with their phones.
I mean, they were all and
with social media.
The girl's face that you could see recording in the camera, she's completely unfazed. I'm like, hello.
Do you think this is a show?
Do you not understand the seriousness right now? Like, this is very severe. And I mean, he lost his finger, so I was like, that. I'd be so pissed. I'd be so pissed if like the people. I mean, first of all, I'm not sticking my finger in the cage,
right? That is not smart.
That aside, I'd be so pissed if the people I went with or anybody didn't help me. Oh, so mad. I don't know why I felt the need to say that, but oh, when you're talking about animals, that's right. Yeah. So I did. Can you hear me? Oh, okay. It's picking me up. Wonderful. Okay, sorry everybody. Don't know what we were saying. Have no interest in going back and finding out. We had a brief power outage. So, here we are. Back again.
Oh, I think you're talking about you didn't get a review written for the book.
Oh, I finished it.
Oh, you did finish it
a few minutes ago before we started. I was like, I have to finish it. I don't want to be reading it and then... Anyway. Okay. Oh, no. I was saying I did have a few things jotted down.
Okay.
As for me, I don't really have any hauls. what does that say? I did work a little bit on my temperature blanket. That doesn't really count as a haul, but just a life update. And instead of buying water bottles, I now have a water dispenser in my fridge.
Woohoo!
I don't think I told. No, I did tell you that,
did.
didn't I? Yeah. So, I'm that person now. Currently, at the moment, which is working out great for me. I'm enjoying it just fine. I got my mom to get a water dispenser. Actually, my dad came over and he was like obsessed with it.
That's funny.
With the fact that I had a water dispenser. So he was like, you need to buy that. You should buy that. Let's buy that. And so she bought it. Bless him. And, oh, we have chicks. We bought chicks.
So cute.
They're adorable and insane and very dumb. Yeah, so they're really adorable. For anybody who knows anything about chickens, because I don't. This is a learning process as we go. I mean, we did our research before we got them, but like I've never owned chickens. So we got 4 Easter eggers, which should have colorful eggs once they start laying. 4 calico princesses, and then 2 cinnamon queens, which I think the name is just so funny.
I love the name.
Yeah, cinnamon queen. They're adorable and insane and are flapping their little wings, and they're terrified of my gigantic monster hands every time I go into the cage. Yeah, so with that being said, we don't technically have anywhere to put them outside yet, but Austin has about 6 weeks to get that figured out. So
before they have to go outside.
Yeah. About 6 weeks is when they have to. Or, it's recommended they do. Probably 6. Some people do it earlier. It just, I guess, depends on how big they are, if all their feathers have come in, and then how hot it is outside.
Right.
They have to go out if it's at least, I think it said 75 degrees. It was either 65 or 75 degrees, which we all know here in Georgia, we are well past.
Right.
So they will be fine to go out there.
That won't be happening again for a while, actually, 65 degrees.
Right. So they'll be fine. He's going to finish. I know I showed you the area where we're going to have chickens.
Mm-hmm.
I can't really show anybody else, but just imagine it in your head. It's a round area, very large round area, I like to think. Large for my chickens to roam around. And it's wooded all the way around it. And we're going to he's got wooden posts already out there. He's got to finish putting up the fencing around it. He's going to try to do something, maybe some electrical, I don't want to say string, but maybe electrical string. But it was like plastic we saw in a video, electrical, like a temporary electric fence.
Mm-hmm.
He might get some of that just for snakes. We've not really, knocking on wood, it was me. It was me, dogs. It was me. We haven't really had any issues with snakes. We've not seen really any snakes.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's because we have so many hawks and owls.
Mm-hmm.
But just in case, I'm going to have that out there. And then he's going to put like string on top so the hawks can't, dive down and get our little chickies.
Yeah.
Because that'd really upset me.
Yeah.
We have 10, by the way. I know they were all sporadically moving. I know you probably didn't take the time to think, let me count these.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
Yeah, we got 10. And I did say 4, 4, and 2, so I guess.
I also didn't add my head.
I understand. I wouldn't have either, really. There's a metal bird cage, a metal outdoor bird cage that is at his parents' house that we're going to get on Sunday after our gender reveal. I mean, by the time this comes out, it'll have happened. So
Right.
If you got invited, it's because you told me you were interested, because I posted on social media several times. And so don't get upset if you weren't invited. Just saying.
I was going to come whether I was invited or not.
Oh, yeah. So. I mean, I almost forgot to invite you. But I was like, I knew you were going to go, I was like, I got to invite Becky on the invite. So that's really fun. We're excited about that. We got a little cat door, a little cat doorway, I should say.
Yeah.
I need to show it to you. Where is it? It's in that box. Please hold.
I foresee Ranger trying to stick his face in there.
Yeah. He probably will. The brand is Perfect Portal. Perfect.
No.
Yeah, cute, right? And it is a little doorway like this.
Oh, that's so cute.
I know, it's so cute, right? It looks like a front door of someone's house, I guess, basically. Look, it's got a little knocker on it, which you can't move. It only opens one way, which was kind of disappointing, but it's not that big of a deal. We'll just leave it open when we're not home or at night or whatever. Just so the cat doesn't drive me insane throughout the night. People are always like, I haven't gotten this a whole lot, so I really shouldn't say always like, but it's like a stereotypical joke when someone gets pregnant. It's like, oh, I hope he survives your pregnancy. I hope he makes it. I'm like, Austin's gonna make it. Who's not gonna make it? My cat. My cat is not going to survive my pregnancy because she's driving me insane at night. Absolutely insane. But yeah, so we got that. So she shouldn't be scratching at the door in and out. Do you have any hauls or any news? Updating news?
I don't have any hauls. So we went to the flea market on Saturday.
Yeah.
And we didn't sell anything. And I did post on Facebook that we bought an icy and 2 bracelets, though. So, I mean,
hey,
we didn't make any money, but we spent some.
Sure did spend some. Okay, it takes a little bit. Takes time.
Well, hardly anybody looked at anything on the table.
Yeah.
I was like, I really thought I would sell at least one thing. Just one thing. We sold nothing. So people across from us had like a truck full of junk. Literally broken dressers and I don't know what all. And they were selling stuff. And I was like, so when you come to a flea market, you need to bring junk. That's what I've realized. Or you must rob a truck of their cleaning products. The lady next to us was selling Fabuloso and toilet paper. And the guy across from her had a stack of like 10 things of dog food. I'm like, who'd you
like, where do you buy this in bulk? And
right.
Are you making a profit?
I mean,
that's crazy.
I know someone who coupons, and she gets like, sometimes they pay her money. Like, she has so many coupons that they owe her money. And so I don't know if they're like just mega couponers.
Yeah.
Because she ends up with like a whole bunch of stuff, and I think she sells it. So I don't know if that's what they were doing, like on a large scale.
Man, I would just keep it to myself. I would.
Yeah. So what I've decided is, how we're cleaning out the house.
Yeah.
All those clothes have been taken to Goodwill. No, we're gonna do a bag of clothes.
Yeah.
And it's gonna say mystery bag.
Yeah.
$15. And I'm gonna have like 4 or 5 bags of toys, clothes, shoes, and they're going to be $15 for a bag.
That's right.
We're going to see how that goes.
Mystery bag.
So instead of taking it to Goodwill, I'm going to make some money, and we're going to sell bottles of water and little cans of Coke for, not sell them. The idea is it's going to say, the sign will say free beverage with purchase.
Yeah.
So they'll have to buy something.
Yeah.
Even if it's just a little crocheted item, I don't care.
I think that would really help, though. Like, if they come up and they're like, "Can I buy a water?" You're like, "I'm sorry, you get a water with a purchase, but I do have these little crocheted items that would make for cute gifts."
Right. Yep. So we'll see how this weekend goes.
Yeah, I hope it works out.
Me too, because I didn't work today.
Right.
Tomorrow is July 4th, so I'm working 3 hours.
Right.
I'm off Friday and Saturday because of the flea market, so I'm going to have $0 from this week, really.
Is the person we work with, is she also going with you to do?
No, she's out of town.
Oh.
She went to the wrong flea market Saturday.
No.
Yeah. We went to Peachtree Peddlers, and she went to the one in Hapeville.
Oh.
And so she's like, I'm here. I'm going to find you. And then, like, I was like, where is she? Where is she? And I called her, and she goes, I can't. No, she called me, and I ended up calling her back because my phone was charging in the car. And she goes, I can't find you. I think I've walked the whole thing. And that's when we realized that she was at the wrong place.
Oh, my gosh.
And so, but we are going to try it again. I am also going to do something just on my own this weekend concerning the life insurance.
Yeah.
I'm going to make a sign and have a sign-up sheet if they are interested in either learning about the company or getting health insurance or life insurance.
Yeah.
They can sign up and we'll email them or text them so that we can send them a email or a text and set up an appointment with them. So it's not exactly how we had planned on doing it, but no one even came to the table for me to like even ask them questions. You know, we had come up with a plan and everything like the night before.
Yeah.
And no one even came up to, and they don't make eye contact with you. I think they're afraid that you're going to actually talk to them about buying
I can
stuff.
speak for experience. Yeah. I also do not make eye contact with people.
Yeah.
If I know I'm not interested, I just.
But you're there to look around at a flea market, and they even looking around at a flea market, they won't make eye contact with you. And I was like, I would be like, good morning. And they wouldn't even say good morning back. They just like keep walking. I'm like, I would say good morning. This is not the experience that, see, I'm used to going to markets with my sister who sells fruits and vegetables, which that's a different type of market than a flea market.
Right.
But I'm used to going there and people are so friendly. Right. They come up and they ask questions. That did not happen.
Yeah.
And I'm going to try just this. I have asked off for this weekend and next weekend, but only because if we do well this weekend, then it makes sense to go back again. Mm-hmm. But if we don't do well this weekend, then I'm going to pick up shifts next weekend. Yeah. To make up for it. Mm. And I'm going to try something different.
You could also set your table and tent out in your front yard.
Yeah, I actually want to do that. Yeah. But I need like $5,000 because I need to fence in the front yard. So my idea, which is what I wanted the grant for, because they were going to give anywhere between $5,000 to $25,000. Yeah. So I thought, okay, if I got $5,000, what would I use that for? And I would get this wooden shed. It's not very big, but it's big enough. And like this little what is it called? Like a little footbridge, because there's a gully in front of my house, and I don't want people like falling. I have fallen down in that before. Yeah. So I was going to put like this little wooden footbridge over the gully, leading up to this little wooden shed, and have a door on the front and a door on the back, so that it would open up to the road, but it would open up into my yard as well. Yeah. Have the yard fenced in, and I have some fruits and stuff growing in the front yard. But then also, I could sell my fruits and vegetables in the shed. I could have my T-shirts in the shed, and like people could just come in, and if they wanted to like walk around in the yard, they could. Yeah. And then I was gonna get some, not chicken wire, but chicken. I guess it's called netting. It's not like the chicken netting I have, or the aviary netting that I have. It's like a thick plastic kind of. Similar to what you see around like work sites, the texture. Yeah. And I was going to make an area specific for ducks and chickens because they can cohabitate. Right. And so I was going to have them together, and I was going to make this area for a goat and get a goat. And then like put a pool in the backyard for the ducks because they love that. Yeah. And so that's what I was going to do with the $5,000. But I didn't get the grant. And so anyway, but that is a goal that I have, is to have a shed in my front yard so people can come to my homestead rather than me traveling. And then it is that way. I mean, I'm local to the people around me, and they can see that. I'll put a little sign out. And of course, I'm on social media. People follow me. I have a customer where we work who follows me on Instagram. Yeah. So I could, post stuff on Instagram and Facebook, and people could just come to my house. Mm-hmm. But I have applied for another grant. I think it's the same grant because it said something part 2, which I think is the grant I applied for, and they're just doing a second round of grants. Mm-hmm. And so I applied again, and I was way more detailed than I was before in what I want to accomplish with my business. So maybe I'll get some money this time.
Yeah.
And if the flea market thing doesn't work out, then I wouldn't mind people coming to the house and doing that. That is a goal.
Yeah. I love your ideas.
Thank you. I have lots of ideas. Now if I could just make some money off of them.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough.
I mean, I've had Etsy now for, I guess, 6 months, 5 or 6 months. And I've sold one t-shirt.
Yeah.
And like I keep doing the reels. I haven't done them in a while because I think I just got disillusioned with it. But I'm going to start back up doing the reels on Instagram about my Etsy and try to bring traffic to my Etsy that way. We're adding a couple more t-shirt ideas to Etsy for the summer. So we'll see. I don't know. I would like to make money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Period.
I paid my mortgage twice this month.
Yeah, I saw that.
Not on purpose.
Yeah.
And so that's not good. And my mom and my brother both gave me money, which is great. But I'd like to pay my mom back.
Yeah.
But I've called the mortgage company twice. I left a message the first time. And it was a very detailed message about, please, can I get one of my payments back and which one I would prefer to get back.
Please reach back out to me.
And they have not. They said they'll get back in touch with me within 24 to 48 hours. And that was on Friday, so I would assume Monday would be considered 24 hours because it's a business day.
That's true.
So I haven't heard from them. I tried to call them again today, and
nothing.
No one answered. So maybe tomorrow. I don't know, but it's July 4th, so they're probably closed tomorrow.
They probably are.
So maybe Wednesday.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I went to a restaurant, and I was using my BioLife money because I donate plasma, and I was going to use that to take the girls out to eat. I was already overdrawn in the one account because, I pay my mortgage twice. I don't know if I mentioned that or not. And so all I had was my BioLife money, but I was like, well, Emma wanted pasta. So we went out to eat, and they swiped my card twice.
What?
And they said that they had to swipe it twice because it didn't go through on the first time. And then it only approved for $14.59 or something like that. And I said, well, I had $80.59 on my card. So that $14 is like the difference between 66 and 80. So it did. I said, no. And they're like, no, it didn't come out. It didn't process on our side. I said, I understand that you're saying that, but there has to be a glitch because I have not gone anywhere since I received the money from BioLife. So this is the only place I've gone, and there was $80 on there when I came in the restaurant.
Right.
And now there's $0 on there. So there has to be a glitch. And they were like, no. And so now I said, well, I can come back tomorrow and pay you. I get paid tomorrow. I'll come back and I'll pay you. So when I came back the next day to pay them, they said someone took care of it already. But guess what Har posted on my BioLife card?
What?
The $66 they said that they didn't, and it's to them. But guess what? They're closed on Mondays, and they're closed tomorrow because it's July 4th. Somebody paid for my meal. Well, they don't get my money too.
Right.
You don't get to get it paid for twice because there was an issue with the card.
Yeah.
And I want my money back.
Yeah.
And now, I mean, like...
Where'd you go?
Italian Oven.
Okay. Sheesh. That's annoying.
Very annoying. And I guess a customer, and I was like, I said, well, I don't have any money in my other account. It's overdrawn. And I have $35 in my other account. That's not going to pay for this dinner.
Right. That's crazy. It must have just been their card system.
Yeah, it had to have been. And I tried to tell them that it's got to be a glitch. It had to have come out.
Right.
And they weren't hearing that. And I said, well, I can come back tomorrow. I told them where I work.
Yeah.
I was like, you can come find me if I don't come back, but
come get your money.
And then when I went to pay for it, I had to borrow money. When I went to pay for it, they said somebody already took care of it. But now it's hard posted. So, and my card, the BioLife card company said it takes 30 to 45 days for them to give money back, to dispute
30 to 45 days?
Yeah, I guess it works like a bank instead of a credit card. And
That's a long time.
It is a long time. And then she goes, have you asked them to refund you yet? And I said, no. And she said, well, you have to do that first. So I have to do your job for you.
Right. Okay.
That's the whole point of filing a dispute, is so that you can contact them and say she wants her money back.
Jeez. That's a lot of frustration.
I had a really frustrating weekend.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
Yeah, I mean.
Surprisingly, I didn't cry. And Emma kept asking me, are you okay? And I was like, yeah. And she goes, well, you're not crying. I'm really surprised. And
like, I don't want to cry. Don't feel the need to cry.
Normally I would. I'm a very emotional person.
Yeah.
It's going to all turn around for me. I feel it.
Yeah. It's coming.
It's got to. I'm very persistent.
Yeah. You got this, Becky.
Thanks.
I believe in you.
So anyway,
and your fans believe in you too.
Thanks, guys. So on the book front, where are you with books?
What a great question. My groceries are about to be here, so.
Oh, so we need to pause?
Yeah, I'm just gonna pause. Okay. Where am I on the book front? Good question. I have finished one book.
Okay.
One measly book. It was a challenge.
What book is it?
The Living Dead.
Oh.
I finally finished it.
That's funny because I really thought you were already finished.
No, I mean, I maybe told you last week, but we didn't record about it, so, yeah, under the rug, out of sight, out of mind. Yeah, no, I finally finished that. When did I finish it? Let's see. I ended up just doing audio with the rest of it, which
so you could get through.
Yeah, so I could just get through it. And where's my app? App. Yeah, which I ended up not being the biggest fan of the audio version. So it was kind of a struggle. And like, there was one point where I was sort of like, why am I doing this? Because I clearly am not having a good time. I finished it on June 25th, and today is July 3rd.
Okay.
So, a little while ago. I have a little tiny review that I wrote up. Kind of tiny. It seems kind of long. I'll just get right into it. Get right into the review. Okay. So as I've mentioned before, this book started off very strong for me. I really enjoyed how it began. There's just something about watching everything fall apart one by one and seeing how everything is about to hit the fan. It started off with a lot of great lines that really made me anticipate what was about to happen. And then when things got really intense, as a fan of horror in general, I was very satisfied with the things going on. Then I got pregnant, which I don't want to use as the only excuse with how the book ended up making me feel, because I feel that's sort of unfair to the book itself. But at the same time, that was the case. So I fell out of reading for a little bit, and I'm still struggling to get fully back into it and enjoying it without becoming nauseous or like just completely uninterested.
Mm-hmm.
It's a struggle to say the least. So I fell out of the great habit that is reading. I was nauseous all the time and too tired to care about reading. So there was a decent gap in time where I began to care less and less about this story, which is so sad. I thought more and more about starting something else. A lot of avid readers would just say, I really should have just done that and made myself happy with what I was reading. But that was a difficult thing for me to do regarding this particular book, because I did enjoy it when I first started it. So I didn't want to lose that joy that I had at the beginning. Really, I was just in denial. In the denial. But sadly, by the time I tried to really get back into reading the story, I found myself fairly uninterested. I honestly can't say whether or not it was 100% because I was miserable and pregnant, or if it was because I genuinely didn't care for the POVs of the story. I liked several of the characters I was introduced to, but later on there were a scary amount of characters that I just genuinely disliked and continued to dislike them throughout the entirety of the story. There was never a good redemption for me to forgive them as the reader. I think that really means a lot. If the reader can't stand by or root for, care for, or understand the characters in any capacity, then they're not written very well. Yikes. And I know that's sort of a bold thing to say, and I understand that there has to be antagonists. There were plenty of characters that you could easily distinguish as the antagonists, but when the characters in your story that you're consistently following and who are you can tell who I didn't type this very well, sorry. And who you can tell are supposed to be the protagonists are horribly dislikable, that's a problem. I do stand behind my comment saying that if you loved The Stand by Stephen King, you would probably enjoy the story. Don't get me wrong, The Living Dead is not as good as The Stand, like at all. Like, don't even compare it really. Like, I shouldn't be, but it does evoke similar emotions and feelings as are in The Stand. I would even go as far to say that if you pick up The Living Dead, you might even get a weird sense of deja vu. If you've read The Stand. It's just a lot of similarities. I also found it odd that the zombies became very humanized to a point where it felt ridiculous to me. Like, they ended up having rights and stuff. Like, it just honestly ridiculous. I know it's a zombie story for someone out there, but unfortunately, as I progressed through the story, it really began to fall flat for me and began to disappoint me. I will say, for someone who wants a gory zombie horror that has hope in the end, this could be for you. Sadly, I think I'll be leaving it at a 2-star. It wasn't great timing for me to continue the story, but if I didn't do it when I did, I never would have. Oh well. So, that's my thoughts on The Living Dead. It was really, like, I just got really kind of disappointed in it.
That's unfortunate.
It is. There's still a lot of good quotes. Like, and if I turn this around, you can see I really I obviously stopped fully annotating it because if I was going to do the audio solely, then I can't really annotate it perfectly. But I did try a little bit with quotes, which are the yellow tabs. Look at how much is going on in the beginning of the book.
Right.
And then it's just like nothing throughout the rest of it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of unfair to say, like, that I couldn't stand most of the characters. But, because who am I to say that these people from all these different backgrounds, like, that they couldn't be great characters, you know? It's hard to justify my thoughts on that, you know? Because I wanted to like them so bad. I just don't think they were written very, I don't know.
Ella, what's that zombie show that you made me watch with the high schoolers?
Oh.
The Disney. Huh?
Is it just zombies?
Is that what it's called? It's just called Zombies? When you described it, it made me think of that. Like, the zombies kind of have rights and they're allowed to go to school with the non-zombies.
Like, what? That's not a zombie story to me. Like, I understand your desire for a cure.
Right.
I understand that.
Yeah, they have to wear these bracelets that keep them from wanting to eat people.
What?
Right, I think that...
No! They're zombies! Like, I don't know. I'm just a Walking Dead zombie kind of person.
Yeah.
And that's how I want it to be. And that's what I thought it was going to be. I mean, you know, give or take differences. Obviously, it's not The Walking Dead, but you know, like they had like a town that the zombies lived in that nobody else was allowed to live in because there were zombies.
Right.
But like you couldn't go and kill them because they weren't doing anything.
Yeah, and so in the Disney show, they're actually separated. Zombies and humans are separated like that. There's like a fence or something. They're not, and somehow they get able to go to school with the humans, but they have to wear the bracelets. Yeah,
it's weird.
It sounds like your book.
Yeah, it's weird. And the point of views, I just didn't, and you're supposed, like, I can get down with some morally gray characters, okay? I can. Like, if you're morally gray, but you have some sort of redemption,
right?
And maybe you're just funny. Maybe you try to come off as a horrible person, but really deep down you are a good person. Just all these things. I can get on board with that. I can enjoy that.
Right.
But when the people just suck and they're just terrible and it's not fun. It's not fun. Like, it was supposed to be such a sad moment when this one girl dies.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, grown woman, whatever. And I was just like, about time. About time. Because I couldn't stand her.
It's terrible.
It is terrible. And I hate feeling like that. And there were some people like you like, but then they just make stupid decisions. And I'm like there was like a disconnect from where you meet the person and start to learn about the person. And then they do this completely different thing that's like not something they would do. And then it's just annoying. And
then they get eaten by a zombie.
You're not allowed to shoot the zombie. Oh my gosh. It's for somebody, and I wanted it to be for me so bad.
But it wasn't.
And I scribbled and wrote all inside that book, so I can't really like give it away. What am I supposed to do with it?
I'll take it to the flea market.
You can. You can take it to the flea market.
It's been annotated and everything for you.
Yeah, partially. Halfway.
So funny.
Oh, goodness.
So have you started something new?
I have. Technically, I started this physical book while I was still technically listening to that. Mm-hmm. So it kind of overlapped. I did start, I'm barely in it, so don't get too excited. I did start The Wolf Gift by Anne Rice.
Oh, okay.
I'm not even done with chapter 1 because the chapters are so long.
Really?
Yeah, I'm on page 22. I'm not really complaining. I sort of sound like I'm complaining, but...
No. You just might be done with one chapter in, say, The Great Hunt at that point.
Yeah. Right. And I don't really have a preference, like, when it comes to, like, chapter lengths. Mm-hmm. When as a reader, like, long chapters, short chapters. As long as it keeps me hooked, I don't really care.
Right.
And interested. It's okay so far. I'm not very far into it. I can't really give my spiel about it. It's okay. So far. Nothing's really happened. I did start an audiobook called The Honeys.
Oh.
By... What am I listening to it on? Scribe. Okay. By Ryan LaSala.
What's it about?
Okay. I will read the synopsis because I was paying attention and I am enjoying it, but I have the hardest time like focusing on what audiobooks are really about, like if I go to tell somebody about it, because it's just in one ear out the other. But I am enjoying it. I think my mom has just downloaded something on Scribed. Okay. Mars has always been the lesser twin, but no. There's no but right there. The shadow to his sister Caroline's radiance. But when Caroline dies under horrific circumstances, Mars is propelled to learn all he can about his once inseparable sister, who'd grown tragically distant. Mars's gender fluidity means he's often excluded from the traditions and expectations of his politically connected family. A lot of big words. This includes attendance at the prestigious Aspen Conservancy Summer Academy, where his sister poured so much of her time. But with his grief still fresh, he insists on attending in her place. What Mars finds is a bucolic fairy tale not meant for him. Folksy charm and sun-drenched festivities camouflaged Why am I reading it like this? Sun-drenched festivities, camouflage old-fashioned gender roles, and a toxic... What's wrong with me? Preparatory rigor. It's these words. These words are big. You know what? It's not me. Mars seeks out his sister's old friends, a group of girls dubbed the Honeys, named for the beehives they maintain behind their cabin. They are beautiful and terrifying, and Mars is certain they're connected to Caroline's death. But the longer he stays at Aspen, the more the sweet mountain breezes give way to hints of decay. Mars's memories begin to falter, bleached beneath the relentless summer sun. Something is hunting him in broad daylight, toying with his mind. If Mars can't find it soon, it will eat him alive. Did you get any of that?
Yeah.
Okay. It's entertaining so far. You know, I will say for it's like a YA horror.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think YA is for me lately, but this so far is entertaining enough to like keep my intrigue. I think the narrator's doing a good job. Unfairly don't know the narrator's name, but he's doing a pretty good job. And it does start off like for a horror, like first chapter, crazy. Crazy. And spooky. Pretty spooky. I will say for the rest of it though, so far, it's like not terrifying, but it does keep me a little apprehensive, I guess, would be the word I want to use. But it's okay so far. I only have like less than 2 hours in it. I think it's like 8 hours long, I think total, something like that. And I've just been listening to it to work, from work, doing dishes, you know the normal.
Right.
The huge. So, yep. That's it.
That's it.
What, did you finish anything?
I have not. I'm really close though. I'm 30 minutes. I have 30 minutes left in Nolan.
Okay.
And I mean, it's pretty much over. The book is. I did not care for a twist that happened.
Oh no.
And I'm very, very upset about it. And I talked to our coworker who got me to read the original series, and he's sort of the reason why I wanted to read this series, but really it's just because of how good the other series was.
You just enjoyed it.
And
you've realized you like this author.
I was telling him that I didn't like the twist, and he goes, "Oh, is it?" And he asked a question. I said, "Yeah." And he said, "And we don't find out what happens to any of the characters in the next book." And I was like, "What? This is a series that doesn't the continuation of the series is about the city or the kingdom, rather than the people." He said the next one takes place like 800 years later, and the last one that's coming out in August, I think, is when it's coming out. Ooh, that's soon.
That is soon.
That is going to take place at like another 700 or 800 years later. He's really excited about the one that's coming out.
Yeah.
And just listening to him say what he thinks it's going to be about, I'm interested, and I pre-ordered it. So, of course, I'm going to be moving on.
You're right.
To the next.
Yeah, you can still enjoy them. Like, you'll still enjoy them, I think.
But Michael J. Sullivan, if you're listening, he's not. But if you are, you need to please do a book that talks about Pyre and what all the people from all of the books are doing in the afterlife.
Yeah.
We need an afterlife book.
Yeah.
Inquiring minds want to know. There's some stuff that happened in the other 5 books. It's not the original series because there's a prequel, but it actually was the first series that was written, I think. Like he wrote a series and then, or I guess it wouldn't be a prequel. I don't know. Anyway, I forget how our friend explained it. But there's another series that's with these same peoples or the same kingdom or whatever, the same universe. And I haven't listened or read to that series, but I'm not really 100% sure what it's about, but like, I'm interested in like all of it, but I just really want to know what happens to these certain people who were in the series that I read, the Legends of the First Empire series.
Right.
Because there was one that you really just were kind of left hanging on.
And you don't see them again.
Ever.
I mean, you're not technically done yet.
That's true.
But he did sort of confirm.
That's true. But I don't think he talks about the afterlife in, I don't know. I mean, he might bring some of that up in the third one.
You sound so upset.
I'm very upset. I really need him to tell us what happened to these people. I need closure.
Yeah.
I'm going to write him a letter.
Write a letter, a strongly worded email.
I wrote a letter to an author one time, and she wrote me back, and it was the happiest day of my life.
Yeah, I wish Nicholas Sparks wrote me back.
Oh.
Calling you out, man. You get so many letters, I'm sure.
I'm sure all authors have so many letters. That's why I felt so special that she wrote me back.
That's crazy. I don't think it actually picked up on me saying it, but that's crazy.
And then I have not read in probably a week.
I feel that. It's okay. You've been busy though.
I have. I've been trying to do the t-shirts and everything, but I did read 2 chapters in The Great Hunt last night.
Nice.
This is not a spoiler. I don't think it doesn't really give away any plot point.
Mm-hmm.
But it is so disturbing.
Okay.
Two things happened last night that just disturbed me to my core.
Give it to me.
So these 2 people, how do I say this? So people have been being taken as the evil group of people move along to their destination. They're I don't know exactly what they're currently doing, but they're being chased by the good guys right now.
And the bad guys are taking people?
And they're abducting people as they go along.
Okay.
The reason is because there's a creature called a Trolloc, and they eat people. So that's their food source.
Okay.
And as they get hungry, they eat these people.
So that they don't get attacked, they have people they've abducted. Abducted, quack.
Yes, they come to a town and they just take the people so that they have a food source.
Right.
Or at least that's what I think is happening.
That makes sense.
So anyway, they find 2 of the people who were taken from the city where they were first attacked by the Trollocs. And they have people who are called Dark Friends, and they're humans who are on the side of, in terms of God and Satan, they would be working for Satan. Uh-huh. I mean, that's not who, but that's kind of on the level of who this person is.
Explain it to me better.
So they have Dark Friends, and then they have the Trollocs, and then they have this type of person that's called a Murdral, and they're not really, I don't know how to explain them, other than kind of, zombies not right because they don't eat people, but
zombie mentality.
When they describe them, they say that they don't have eyes. They have this cloak, and the cloak never moves.
Yeah.
So they're creepy.
Creature.
Yeah. And
spooky.
So they look like a person when you're far away from them, but when you get up close, they don't have eyes and stuff like that.
Ooh.
Okay, so they took 2 people from this original place where they were attacked, and they hung them from a tree by their hands.
Oh.
And then peeled their skin off.
Ah, nice.
And you don't see them torturing them, but you find them with the good people. Like they come up and they're like, and they find them, and then they cut them down and bury them and all that. And then they come to a place where a Murdral has been killed, and then they're all like, who could have done this? They've got to be powerful to be able to do this. The description of the Murdral. Don't listen to this in front of your kids. The Murdral was pinned to a barn door like with a hammer and nails and nailed through the eyes, which they don't have eyes, but they were nailed through the eyes.
Yeah, they got
and
like sockets.
Yes,
or
and it talks about the blood like running down their cheeks. What?
Yeah.
I mean, and Emma goes, "It's not as bad as if you don't like picture it." But
how do I not picture it?
How do you not picture that?
That's funny. I mean, I appreciate the effort there, but there's no way I wouldn't be able to picture it. There, I was watching a BookTube video, and I don't remember what she was talking about, but she brought up, what's it called? I keep wanting to say this is not right. I keep wanting to say The Strange and Beautiful Sorrows of Ava Lavender, but that is not what I'm trying to say. It was by Ava Reed, the fairy tale-esque gory book. Oh, The Wolf and the Woodsman.
I was about to say the one that I read?
Yes, the one you read. And it just makes me laugh because I never see it, at a house. Granted, I also haven't really been watching BookTube until recently again. And she just picked it up, and one of the things she said about it was that it was so gory.
It was.
It was. It just made me laugh. I was like, oh, I'm not crazy. That's good.
Thinking about that, I would say that the gore in that book was worse.
It was
than
pretty.
The Great Horror.
Yeah, because honestly, what you were saying, I mean, it was gory.
Yeah.
But I could handle that.
Yeah, I would not want to see the Ava Reed book as a movie.
Oh, I would.
You would?
I would definitely, yeah. Movie, TV show, whatever. Yeah, you would not like The Living Dead.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, aside from the fact that I just didn't really vibe with it.
The gore.
Yeah, you're not going to pick it up just based on that. But yeah, it's very nasty.
Now, I did make it through The Wolf in the Woods.
It's because it was a great book.
It was. It was really, really.
That really does it. That's funny.
I mean, I watched Glory, which has, people's heads getting blown off.
Yeah.
That's probably as far as I can go. When I was listening to Legends of the First Empire, and one of the guys blows up some humans, I'm like, they would definitely milk this scene in a movie, and I would probably not enjoy seeing
I would want to watch it with my eyes closed. Yeah. I mean, the gore has to be pretty bad for me to not want to read it.
Yeah.
Or watch it.
Well, reading it and listening to it are way different from watching it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty bad when you imagine it in your head, but you can censor what you imagine.
Right. Yeah. But when somebody's speaking it out loud to you, it's a little different.
Yeah.
I sort of think that if I didn't continue with audio with The Living Dead, I wouldn't have thought it was... I mean, it's gory. It says it right there on the blurb.
Right.
But, I just don't think it would have been as intense.
Yeah.
But it's pretty nasty. But, wow.
But I'm still enjoying The Great Hunt. I wish I was farther along in it.
Yeah.
And I would be if I was listening to it as well. But it's hard to make t-shirts and read a book or, all the 300 other things that I'm doing.
Million tasks that you're completing.
So, but on another good note, I have taken out 4, I don't know if I want to say this out loud on this, 4 bags of trash out of my bedroom.
That's good.
It makes me irritated with Ella on a large scale, but and myself a little bit, but because I didn't enforce what I said, but also because she didn't listen and just kept throwing trash in the floor. I probably will get a couple more bags.
Hey, that's okay. It's gonna take as many as it's gonna take.
That's right.
Once you're there, you're there.
I'm seeing the light,
Yeah.
I'm getting closer.
Yeah.
So, all in all, I've had a very productive week.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'd say so.
And my peppers are looking good in my garden.
Peppers.
My peppers. Nothing else is looking that great. Oh, my green beans are. but my okra didn't do very well. I don't think I properly fertilized my garden this year because my okra did a lot better in previous years, and it should have done well this year, but I don't think I gave it enough fertilizer, so it didn't do well. But my peppers and my tomatoes are doing pretty well, so gonna have something to eat.
Yeah, I keep telling Austin we gotta pick an area and get like a temporary fence or something and start doing stuff.
Yeah, I if I get this money from the grant, I was talking to my sister, and she did give me one piece of advice, which I'll share in a second because they had found this out the hard way. But I was asking her because I want to let the chickens and the ducks kind of have free reign of the backyard, like over the winter time, because chicken poop is really good for your garden. And ducks are really good about like eating bugs and stuff. So like there's a couple different benefits that they give that are not necessarily like the chickens will scratch at the grass. They'll get rid of the grass in the backyard, and bugs won't really be a huge issue. And then so I asked her if I could let the goats, or I asked her if goat poop is good for your garden too, because I was thinking about letting the goats just kind of run around too, and kind of help clear out other things. Like there's some stuff back there that's not edible to goats, but I can clear that out easily. But they can eat the kudzu out in the backyard, and any poison ivy. They love poison ivy. And the one thing she said goat poop is good for your garden, but if I let the goats and the chickens and everything kind of run around together, she said make sure that the goats cannot get in your chicken feed because chicken feed will kill a goat.
Oh, okay.
She had a goat die last year or 2 years ago because it got in the chicken feed.
That is so interesting because normally you would think a goat's stomach is so strong.
Yeah, because if they don't eat it, they at least chew up everything in their path.
Right.
But yeah, chicken feed, not good for them.
Okay.
Good for you to know because I think you want goats too at some point.
Yeah.
So.
And I mean, we were originally going to keep the chickens in that back area that I told you about, but now we're going to let them during the day just be out so they can eat like ticks, fleas, bugs, whatever. Mainly ticks because the deer, so much deer. So much deer. So many deer. Words, grammar. And then at night, shoo them back into that area.
Something else for you to keep in mind when you get goats is that, also my sister had to learn this the hard way. Deer carry around a worm that is deadly to goats. Okay. So if you get goats, you want to try to make it where the deer can't really get into the same area as them. And or make sure that you stay up on their shots because there is a treatment for it, but I think you have to give it to them once a month or something like that. But they have a huge problem because they live in Eatonton, and there's just a lot of deer down there, and they have a lot of woods on their property, and so like that's a huge problem for them. And anytime their goats start to act weird, she said, I bet you they have I think it's called meningeal worm or something like that. I'm not sure. But, and that could also be two different things that I'm thinking. But, yeah, the deer can pose a threat to your goats.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I need to figure out something. Austin's dad was like, you need to hang up Irish Spring soap. I was like, I mean, yeah, because they can't stand it for whatever reason, just whatever's in it. And he was like, but they say that about everything with Irish Spring.
That's funny.
I was like, well,
supposedly,
I mean, if it works.
Marigolds are supposed to keep them out of your garden.
Yeah. No? Oh.
They stepped right through my marigolds and ate my, not squash. They ate my black-eyed peas last year, and I had all kinds of marigolds planted around them.
Yeah. The only thing that seems to keep the deer running off is my dog.
They don't like dogs.
And I'm like, I don't want to I thought briefly about it, like having just an outside dog live back there, but I'm like, I don't know if I could do it.
Yeah. I mean, it would be unfair because there's
two dogs living inside.
Dogs. Yeah.
Right. That are living their best life. Sleeping on the couch and on my pillows in my bed.
Right. And then you got the one random dog out there chasing deer away.
Yeah.
Good job, boy.
Right. It's tough for me to justify that.
I've thought about that too because I want a cane corso. I don't know if I mentioned that before or not.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if I could do the farm full time, then I could let the dog out in the morning, like early, when the deer are they're active, early morning and early evening. And so if I let the dog out like early in the morning, just before the deer get wanting to come in my garden, then they'll be back there to scare them off. Plus, just the scent of the dog being in the backyard will probably deter them. And then he or she can come back inside with me for the heat of the day, and then go back out in the evening and chase them around for a little bit and chase them off. And once they realize there's a dog back there, he or she can come back inside.
Yeah.
And that should lessen my issue with the deer.
I will say that I think I've noticed a slight decrease in the amount of times that I see deer out here since we got Ranger and let him chase them off.
Yeah.
So that is nice. But like just the other day, I went to let them out on the back porch, and there was a deer literally like right there on the side of the house, right by the side porch.
You get your bow and arrow.
Not when I'm home alone. Because I can't just leave it out there. Now we've got to do everything you're supposed to do.
Austin, I killed a deer.
Come back from work and help me string it up and do this properly. Would you? Thanks. Yeah.
Before rigor mortis sets in and it's not safe to eat anymore.
Right.
Yeah, because I'm not doing that.
Yeah, no.
This took a strange turn from books to butchering deer.
Not me starting the episode with about God putting animals on this earth to see how we treat them, and then us talking about shooting deer in the backyard because they're annoying us. Like, what?
I mean, it's more than just annoying.
It is. It's ruining
It's destruction of property.
It is. I also am not going to go out there and shoot them. So.
No.
Yeah.
No, PETA. Don't worry. She's not going to do
that. Just FYI,
that.
anybody who's thinking I might actually do that, I'm not. Oh, that's all I've got, though. That's it. That's everything.
That's all I have. I did go through and add a lot of stuff on Audible that are Audible originals.
Good.
So whenever I get to the point where I've listened to my books that I use my precious credits on.
The holy ones.
I do have some other books that I can listen to, so I'm kind of looking forward to that.
Yeah. That's good. And Audible originals, they've come a long way. Yeah. I will say they're normally pretty good.
The ones that I've listened to so far have been good.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's good. I'm glad. Now you don't have to use your credits for a while at least.
Yeah.
Our friend, when she was reading, not the fantasy series I got her to read, but the next series by Sarah J. Maas, the Throne of Glass series, when she started reading that one, she didn't want to use credits, and I don't think she had Scribed or didn't want Scribed. I don't know. And I don't even think they're on Scribed. Maybe that's what it was. But she would get, like, I think she had Apple Books, and she would highlight as long as she could highlight. And then she would set it to where it would just voice it out loud.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's neat.
Yeah. Life hack. I don't know. And obviously, if you do that, though, there is a distinct difference in the quality of that audio.
That's true.
Versus, like, an Audible book.
Right.
Just a normal audio recording versus that. Keep that in mind. But if you're not looking to spend any money, and you can also probably find a lot of audiobooks if you get that deep into a series and don't want to use credits or something and can't find it anywhere, you can probably find an audiobook version on YouTube.
Emma actually was listening to a girl read The Great Hunt on YouTube, I think. Oh, I'm sorry. Eye of the World is the one she was listening to.
Yeah, one of my friends, the one that lives in North Carolina, when she was in, I think she made it to like the 4th Anne book. She's just been busy, so she hasn't, finished. But she would just find them on YouTube and listen to them. Mm-hmm. I was like, well, there you go.
Yeah, is The Great Hunt on YouTube as well? I might need to look into that just because I can at least listen to it in the car, maybe some, and get farther along than I am.
Yeah. All right. If you got anything else.
Nothing.
Yeah, me either.
All right. So again, thank you for listening this week, you guys. We appreciate you. Please check out Sideways Sheriff.
Woo!
Thank you to him for his help getting started. And as always, thank you to Miss Tracy for working on our merchandise. And just want to remind you all, we have merchandise. um, thank you for listening. It's splendid to know there are so many kindred spirits in the world. And until next time, stay happily booked.